to our presentation. Today we're talking about working in partnership with other practitioners. Sit, enjoy. Working in partnership with other practitioners can be an extra advantage, especially for supporting children and young people with special educational needs. After the Victoria Columbia's death, Every Child Matters Children Act has emphasized the significance of multi-agency working. Multi-agency working, integrated working, information sharing helps with the well-being of children. As a practitioner, partnership working is a necessity in practice, driven by policy and guidance.
Multi-agency working. It is about different services, agencies, teams of professionals and other practitioners who work collaboratively to provide services that fully meet the needs of the children, young people and their families. It's an holistic and child-centered approach, and the responsibility of the school and the staff members is to identify the potential difficulties a child is experiencing and help them to find that support. And the processes such as common assessment framework, lead professional information sharing and team around the child that are specially designed to promote collaborative partnership working. CAP, which is the common assessment framework, it helps practitioners to assess children's additional needs for services earlier and promote effectively. Lead professional is the person who is responsible for coordinating the actions identified in the assessment process, and he is also a single point of contact for children supported by more than one practitioners. Information sharing, it is a process for practitioners to work effectively to meet children's needs through sharing information legally and professionally. Team around the child, it brings together a range of different professionals into a small team to support the needs of the children and young people identified from the common assessment.
Working in partnership with other practitioners within the school. As a practitioner, you always meet some of the staff working in the school. Some are based, like the SENCO, who is responsible for identifying the child's need, especially a child with special educational needs. The support staff, like the TAs, me and you would like to be. The school nurse, in some schools, they provide medical and nursing care for children. The administrative staff, the midway supervisor who sits with the kids in class, in the dinner hall, the caretakers, and the teaching staff. The year group leaders, they play an important role in monitoring and evaluating the curriculum. Also encourage and support colleagues to implement the school curriculum. Supports the behavior management throughout the school. Be responsible and management between their particular years. The senior management team, they are the decision body making of the school. They're also responsible for the efficient daily running and sound discipline of the school, monitor the school system and the practice.
And these are the few practitioners, other practitioners outside the school who we might come in contact with. They are educational psychologists who help children and young people experiencing problems with educational setting to enhance their learning. They also develop and apply effective interventions. Speech and language therapist. He works with children who have difficulties with speech, language and communication. Health visitor is an experienced and qualified registered nurses or midwives. They promote good health and prevent illness. They also provide physical and developmental checkups. Social services, they provide support for people to live independently. The educational welfare officer, he promotes the regular school attendance, deals with absenteeism, and helps children at risk of exclusion. They also advise schools on strategies to improve attendance. Specialist teachers are those who advise strategies and provide support to manage children with special education specific needs such as autism. And the occupational therapist or physiotherapist, they use play and other activities to maximize children's abilities in daily living aspects. They also help and support children with mobility difficulties, child and adolescent mental health services. They provide multidisciplinary mental health services to children and young people with mental health problems and disorders to ensure effective assessment, treatment, and support. Psychiatrist is the one who deals with, who provides support and helps the children with behavioral and emotional needs, and the behavioral support staff, they support the children, young people who have behavioral problems.
As we say, working in partnership helps supporting children and their families with educational and special needs. We're just trying to show you a picture of how this looks like working with other people whose aim is to promote the welfare of the child. It can be a relaxing environment because you are helping somebody who might be somebody in the future. These are some of the benefits of multi-agency working. Early identification and early intervention can help the child and the family as a whole. It improves their educational achievements through early intervention, the health, their social choice, children, young persons, and their families. It also promotes, multi-agency also promotes sharing knowledge, information, ideas, expertise between practitioners. It also enhances and improves outcome of children and young people, increase level of trust between partners, promotes joint planning for future multi-agency development, enhance staff morale.
And these are the few challenges faced by the multi-agency working. They are funding, time, lack of clarity about roles and responsibilities of other practitioners, understanding each other's language and protocol, how they work, then the lack of coherence in aim, intention, and joint of thinking between different agencies, and the effective communication between the practitioners. And the other one is the territorial issues like professional jealousy, mistrust, and the other challenge will be the additional stress and pressure arising from unsuccessful attempts, leaving an adverse effect on staff morale and turnover.
Working in partnership can be, it depends the way as a practitioner you come together to help children and the family. It can be successful with some of these aims that we've listed. Working effectively side by side with other partners, promoting trust, confidence, and relationship, sharing knowledge, skills, resource, ideas, and expertise, valuing each other's contributions, identifying individual and shared roles of other practitioners, reflecting on own practice, respecting and value each other's opinion, views, advice, guidance, and support, effective communication, sharing appropriate information with other practitioners.
And we would like to conclude our PowerPoint presentation by saying that as a practitioner, we should be clear and honest from the start about what you want to get from a partnership and ask your partners to do the same. Share any uncomfortable truths and manage expectations, which makes much easier in the long run. And then never agree to something that you know you can't deliver or which makes you feel uncomfortable just to get a partnership off the ground. It will backfire. Then review the partnership regularly. If something is not working, say so. If responsibilities need reassign them and be flexible. Beware of any staff changes. You may need to brief new members of staff on the whys and wherefores of the partnership. Most problems are caused by how organizations they work differently day to day. Examples, delayed invoices, things needed to be approved by several different people, use of logos, language in publicity materials. If you foresee a problem at your end, give your partners as much time as you can and encourage them to do the same for you. And finally, always respect and value others' skills, knowledge, expertise, and advice.